Hi children, good morning to everybody. Today we are going to continue with the question number 5, which is very simple one. The maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17. Means actually the question is what? Suppose if you are going to divide this 1 by 17, maximum how many digits are going to repeat? That we have to find out. Perform the division to check your answer. Means without division also you are supposed to say, and then by doing long division method you have to check and you have to verify the answer. So just see here, in this one directly you can say, actually since the denominator is 17, so the repeating blocks will be less than that. So it means that is 16. So 16 digits will be like one set of number, that is 16 digits. Again the same 16 digits will be repeated. So that's what the answer here. The maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17 is 16. That is less than 17. Suppose if you are going to divide this 1 by 17 by using long division method, in that case also we are getting the same 16 digits will be repeated. So actually here I have not done the long division method, which is time consuming, but you will be getting the digits as 16. Okay. Yes. Let's move to the next question. Question number 6. Okay, children, just see what is the question given here. Look at several examples of rational numbers in the form p by q, in which q is not equal to 0, where p and q are integers with no common factor other than 1. They should not have any common factor except 1. And then having terminating decimal representations. Okay, means they should not have any other common factor, as well as their decimal expansion should be of terminating. They should be terminated. Okay. So like that you give some of the examples. and then after giving it you just find out what you observe in that. Okay, means can you guess what property Q must satisfy? Means what, in the denominator there will be some common property you can observe. So what is that we are going to say. So let us take some examples now one by one. Suppose I am taking the first example as 1 by 2. Yes. So this 1 by 2 which is in the form of P by Q. So now this P by Q you just convert it into decimal expansion. So how you can write? Like you can divide and write the answer, or you can do like this way also. Like 1 by 2, make this 2 as multiple of 10. So by which number you have to multiply? By 5 on both the sides. By 5 here as well as over here. So when you multiply 1 5s are 5 divided by 2 5s are 10 is equal to, here now what is the answer? 0.5. Decimal expansion is 0.5. Suppose let me give the second example. The second example I will take 1 by 4. Just let me give 4 examples, then I will explain what we observe. Yes, just see now. The second example here is 1 by 4. So means here to make the sum very easy, just make the denominator as multiple of 10. So here already the first one I have done. 2 was there. So I have multiplied by 5 so that the denominator become 10 and it will be easy to write it in the form of decimal. Same way now 4 we have. So just to think of which number you can take so that the denominator 4 will become into 100 or 10 or 1000, that way. So 4 means the suitable number is multiplying it by 25 so that the denominator will become 100. So by taking that number 1 by 4, I am going to multiply by 25 on both the sides. Both the side means numerator as well as the denominator. So 1 into 25, 25 upon 4 25s are 100. So now it is very simple to write it in the decimal form. Because 100 is there, it means after 2 digits you have to keep a decimal. So 0.25. Okay, done. Okay, now the next one here, 3 by 8. So 3 by 8 means, you know, if you multiply it by 125 means that 8. 8 if you multiply by 125, the denominator will become 1000. So I am going to multiply it by 25 on both the sides. So 3 into 25 it will become 75, and here 125. By 125 you will multiply 8 into 125, you will get 1000. And 3 into 125 what will get? 3 5s are 15, remaining 1. 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1 7, 1 3s are 3, 375. So now it is very easy to write in a decimal, that is 0.375. Okay, done. Now the next number we have 13 by 20. So in 13 by 20, I think all of you very well understood. Now how to make this 20 into multiples of 10. Okay, multiples of 10 means it can be 100, it can be 1000 or it can be 10,000, like that. So very easy step how to make this 20 into 100. So we multiply it by 5. 13 by 20, we multiply by 5. So 13 5s are 65 and 20 5s are 100. So the answer will be here 0.65. So next you can see in all the decimal expansion, if you see the result, all are terminating decimal. All the 4 examples, whatever the examples I have taken, all are terminating decimal. So in the terminating decimal, just you observe the denominator. Means suppose the first case you take, here 2 is there and here 5 is there, 2 and 5. And then next if you come to the second number, in this also can be written 2 2s are 4 and this 25 also can be written 5 5s are 25. So here also the denominator is having only 2 and 5. Okay, multiples of 2 and multiples of 5. Let's move to the third example. In this also if you see the denominator, that is 8 into 125. 8 can be written in the form of 2 power 3 and 125 can be written in the form of 5 power 3. So in this case also both the numbers we have 2 and 5 only. Even if you take the last example 20 and 5, 20 means that is 2 into 2 4, 4 5s are 2 2 5, and here we have 5. So in this also the denominator is having only 2 and 5 only. So what you can conclude from this one, which property is there? Because the question is, can you guess what property Q must satisfy? So it means, what is the meaning? If Q is having 2 power something or 5 power something, okay, otherwise in some cases both may be there. So in this case only we will be having the terminating decimal. I think it is very clear. Let me write down the last step conclusion, or if you just note down. Q must satisfy, or this simply you can write Q must have 2 or 2 power something or 5 power something. Q must have only powers of 2 or powers of 5 or both. Okay, children. So means actually what is the meaning of the last statement? Q must have only powers of 2 or powers of 5, or it can be both. For example, I think in whatever here we have taken, in this case we are getting both. In this also 2 and 5, here also 2 and 5, here also 2 and 5. In this also we are having 2 and 5. But there may be some cases in that you may have only 2 power something or only 5 power something, okay, or like here what we are written means in this all examples we are having both, means 2 also as well as 5 also. Yes, let's move to the next sum, question number 7. Yes, children, see question number 7 now. Write 3 numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating and non-recurring. So non-terminating and non-recurring means we know very well, that is irrational number. So for writing irrational number there is no rule, just you can write it, just you should see that the number should not be terminated and a number or block of digit should not be repeated. These two things you should keep in your mind, and you can write the example as you like. For example, just see what I am going to do now. Suppose I am starting like this way, 0.01, 001, then 0001, then write 4 zeros and then 1, and then write 5 zeros and then 1. So like that etc. it is going on. So because you can see here the numbers are not repeating and here it is not terminated also. So that is the example for what it is asked. Then suppose you want to give actually 3 examples asked. Let me write 1 more, 2 more. 0 point, the same way. Suppose if you have taken a 01, now you take 02, 02, 002, 002, again 4 times 0, then 2, 5 times 0, then 2, and etc. Now suppose you want to write some other example, 0.09, 009, 3 times 0, then 9, 4 times 0, then 9, 5 times 0, then 9, etc. So like these are examples for decimal expansions whose like the decimal expansion is non-terminating as well as non-recurring. Yes children, I think it is understood to everybody. Let's